Hello there and welcome to today's video. My topic for you today, how to build the audience you want. How to build that audience that you really want, okay? And I'm going to take you back a few steps because I'm sharing both my age as well as my experience here. But many years ago, I was taught by two incredible marketers, right? One, his name is Tim Irway, and his protege, his actually most outstanding student, was a guy by the name of Mike Dillard, who actually, for those of you who are in the network marketing industry or the direct sales industry, Mike Dillard was the guy who created magnetic sponsoring. Those two people shared with not just me, but a group of other people in the webinar and in the seminar, right? Some thoughts about how to build a target audience. And really the objective is this: how to attract an expanding target audience of people who are both interested in what you have and who are qualified to buy what you've got. That's what I want to share with you today, okay? Because this is the whole purpose of running a business. And the reason why I'm sharing is because it depends on some simple questions, right? And I think some of you, I'll rephrase that. I think all of us at some time or another have asked the wrong question. So I'm going to share those with you right now, okay? The questions you shouldn't be asking and 3 or 4 questions you should be asking in order to identify and build the right target audience that you want, all right? And as always, thanks for joining me. My name is Beckenham, the village marketer, okay? And as always, talking to you from my little Thai village, way up near the Cambodian border. Let me just stop quickly and acknowledge some people who may have joined me, because I really appreciate the fact there's been time changes and I get absolutely confused on these darn time changes. Right now it's 7:05 for me in Thailand, and I'm assuming, hopefully, that it's about 12 hours difference for Eastern United States. I think that's right. And for other people, I'm just hoping you can meet with me as you normally do. First, let me say hello, Gloria Fishman. Thank you, Gloria. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Let me slide down here. Carol Taylor, good evening. Goodness gracious, I'm not sure what time it is for you in Australia, but thank you, Carol. I really appreciate it. Terence James, hey, the Welsh wizard. Thank you, Terence. Really appreciate you, mate. I don't know about you in Wales, what the time difference, maybe it's 5 or 6 hours, but I always appreciate you sharing your time. Janet Claire Pacelli, hello there, Janet. Last time I blew the time factor. I hope today is a bit more convenient for you, okay? Thanks for joining me. Anyone else in there before I go? Lynette Chang from Malaysia. Thank you, Lynette. I really appreciate you, as you always know, okay? So let me get started, okay? The key point is this. Most people who are struggling, and I mean really struggling with their business, or they're just starting off with their business, they've probably got one question that's running around in their head or running around in your head right now. And this question could be the very thing that's killing your business potential, right? And the question is this: how do I make money? How can I make money? I mean, that's the reason why you came online in the first place, to make money, to achieve whatever your why is. But that question, if that question's at the forefront of your mind, how can I make money? I can tell you that is going to be dangerous for you, because it'll be a perception of everyone you come in contact with, whether you are doing a Facebook post, whether you're doing a Facebook Live, whether you actually picking up and calling people. If in your mind you're thinking, how can I make money with this? You are for sure going to come across as needy and greedy. And if you come across that way, people will run a mile, okay? They will run a mile. So I'm asking you instead, part of building the audience that you want, I don't care how needy you are, you need to put that aside. You need to have the strength, the intestinal fortitude to put that aside, because if you get this bit right, then the sales will come automatically, basically, right? The first thing is this: instead of how can I make money, think of this: how can I help the people in my target audience, right? How can I help the people in my target audience? In fact, you can take it to the next step, and that is this: what are the biggest problems that people in my target audience may have? Okay, what are the biggest problems that they may have? And once you answer that question, it brings up another one almost instantly. And these are questions you need to be asking yourself consistently, right? One, how can I help the people in my target audience? Two, what are the biggest problems facing them? And three, knowing those biggest problems, what skills do I need to acquire in order to solve those problems, right? What skills do you need to acquire in order to solve those problems? This is not theory. This is not academic. This is absolutely practical stuff. If you haven't gone through this process, you need to do it as a matter of urgency, okay? Please listen to me very carefully. It's very important that you solve the problems of your target audience in order to be a person of interest, of value, of authority, of something, okay? But in order to do that, of course, you need to acquire skills. And to acquire skills, you need constant learning, which I'll come back to in a minute. Point taken here. Not all the problems are created equal, right? Be careful here. I don't want you to focus on problems that are low-level problems, really low-level problems, because if you do that, you're going to go broke. What do I mean by this? For example, let's take two roles. The first one is a lawn mowing guy or lady or teenager or whoever, someone who mows the lawns, right? Compare that to a brain surgeon or to an open heart surgeon, okay? Which one of those obviously earns the most respect and provides the biggest value? And of course, it's the second one, right? The brain surgeon and the heart surgeon. And why? Because they've actually spent a hell of a lot of time building their skill sets up, right? Now, think of this. If you're just cutting lawns or you're working in the McDonald's, whatever it is, there's a huge amount of competition for your role, okay? Which means, therefore, they haven't got to pay very much. The business owners don't need to pay you very much to be a McDonald's employee or to cut people's lawns, right? But if you're a brain surgeon or a heart surgeon, you don't have quite so much competition, right? And therefore, you can afford to charge a much higher fee for the value you provide, right? Where am I going with this? Think about this in terms of your business, right? In other words, what you need to do, you need to not focus on trying to solve $7 problems. You need to focus on problems that are of higher value. To do that, you need to improve your skill set, right? You need to be in a situation by improving your skill set, you don't have so much competition. When you don't have so much competition, you can afford to charge more for your services because your services will be perceived to be that much more important by your potential clients, by your potential customers. Can you see where I'm going now? Okay. So one is competition. The second one is specialized skills. Key point for you. If you can master those two things, then you will start building the right audience. If you're going to start building an audience of $7 payers, they are not a target audience that's going to provide you with financial freedom. They'll give you a few sales over a period of time, but let's not go into the maths here. But if you're aiming at, let's say, aiming at only $50,000 a year, for example, and you're selling $7 offers, whatever they may be, that's a heck of a lot of sales you've got to make, right? A heck of a lot of sales to do that. It'd be a lot easier if what you were selling was $1,000, for example, not $7. Then the amount of sales you have to come up with is a lot less, and therefore you're not so needy and greedy anymore. Does that make sense? All right. By the way, food for thought. For those of you who are in the network marketing profession, I've always had the greatest respect for that platform. I mean, some of the greatest minds and business leaders in the world think that network marketing is the ants' pants. Really, they do. People like Bill Gates, people like what's the name of the guy? I've gone blank. Sorry. Sir Richard Branson. Sorry about that. Sir Richard Branson. Many people believe that the network marketing platform is the best business platform because of leverage potential. Now, why did I throw that in there? Because I told you before that brain surgeons and heart surgeons earn a lot more than people who cut the grass or work in McDonald's. But even brain surgeons and heart surgeons have a limit on the amount that they can earn. Why? Because they cannot leverage themselves. It's their specialty. They're the one providing the actual surgeries, right? And you can only work so many hours in a day. So that they are limited by the fact that they can't leverage themselves. Whereas if you are in the network marketing industry, you can leverage yourself, okay, by making sure that the people you bring on, you train them, and you train them in terms of making sure they skill themselves properly, making sure that they can get away from the competition, they can solve major problems for their customers, right? And doing that, you are then in a situation where you can really grow quite a good business. That's the only reason I mentioned it in passing, all right? Let me conclude by these last couple of things. I hope you agree with me that skills are essential. They really are essential for your success as a small business operator. But there's basically two types of skills. There's hard skills. Now, hard skills are really tactical ones. Things like, how do I get my business out in front of people? How do I sell? What ads do I use to promote my services? These are tactical skills. And most people focus on them and ignore the most important skills, and they are the soft skills. And by soft skills, I'm talking about leadership skills. And within the leadership skills, I'm talking about the ability to communicate with people. I'm talking about the fact that you can influence people, okay? And that you've got clarity of vision. That you might think, well, why is all that fluffy stuff more important than getting my offer in front of customers and clients? Here's the answer for you, right? Remember, I'm trying to tell you how to build an audience that you want. You don't want to build an audience of $7 product seekers, right? If you have got leadership skills, you will attract people to you. If you've got clarity of vision, if you've got great communication skills, you've got great influential skills, then this will attract people to you. And all these skills can be learned. They actually can be, you're not born with them, you can learn them. And why are they important, these soft skills rather than tactical skills? Because it's really, really hectic out there. It's really competitive out there. And if for some reason you can fluke getting someone to notice you, whether it's via your social media content creation or a Facebook ad that you're doing or a Facebook Live that you're doing or a LinkedIn article you've created, whatever way you've done it, if you've got people's attention, that's a huge plus, right? But if you do not have leadership skills, then you will lose them in an instant, right? Why do all the work to attract people to you if you don't then have the skills, the leadership skills, to take them to the next level in order to solve the problem that they have? And remember this, okay? It's important, okay? People will always follow and take advice from leaders, and they'll always take recommendations from them as well. And the only way to become a leader and the only way to build your value, as I said before, is that you've got to grow your intellectual capital. You've got to grow your skills. It's an ongoing process. It's not a one and done thing. You've got to focus on it and keep working at it because the world's changing too darn quickly and you've got to keep up to date and in front of the curve, okay? And remember this, never forget that the actual economic results you are getting right now are a direct reflection of the value that you are bringing to the marketplace. Now, this might hit you right between the eyes, but it's the truth. The actual amount of money, the economic results that you are getting right now, right, which is your income, is a direct result of the value you are providing to your target audience. In other words, that's what they perceive you to be valuable, they pay you. They perceive you not to be valuable, you're not going to get paid. That's how critical it is, all right? And remember this, very important, that the value of your offer, right, is not the value of your business opportunity, if that's what you're trying to sell. It's not the value of your product. It's not the value of your services. It's got nothing to do with that. Very, very important. Please lean in and listen to this. The value of your offer is determined by the value of the problems that you can solve. I'll say it again because it's so darn important. The value of your offer is determined by the value of the problems that you can solve, right? The bigger the problems you can solve, the more beneficial you can be to them, the better your business will be and the faster it'll grow. And you'll also build an audience around you of people who love what you do. I hope that makes sense. I really do. I've gone out on the edge a bit today to share this with you, but I'm hoping I get through. And if you're not sure about anything I've said, leave me a comment, share the video if you wish, send me a message if there's something you need to know more about. I'm more than happy to share it with you, okay? Because this is a really darn difficult topic. And it's one that could be hurtful. I wasn't meaning to be personal to anybody, but I was trying to be totally transparent and honest with you. So if something hits you between the eyes, take it in the right spirit that I gave it to you and overcome it. Face it. Don't throw the towel in. Build on your skills that you need to solve the problems that your market is looking for, okay? And that is the way to build the audience that you want. All right. Thank you for sharing your very valuable time with me. My call to action, very simple. I've got a Facebook group called Your Next Level. Your Next Level. If you're interested in coming to join us, check it out on Facebook. We'd be delighted and excited to have you, where we can help each other grow ourselves and our business to the next level. Until next time, many blessings from Thailand. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Okay, bye for now.